Hey there, everybody. I hope you're having a fantastic Sunday, a super Sunday, a sweet Sunday, a settled Sunday. We can think of a lot of S words to describe a wonderful Sunday. It's warm here. I'm getting ready to go out into the yard. I've got a couple of these Traveler's Notebook style flow journals, and I wanted to get those in the shop today. I'm having a lot of trouble uploading things to YouTube, so I'm fingers crossed, everybody cross your fingers that this will go like we need it to. Traveler's Notebook style journal, flow journal does have two pockets in it, 2 signatures, 4 pockets. You can see that it's still stuffed with fun. We call this a taster journal because sometimes you just want to kind of get a sample of how it is to work in a flow journal. And this is a great little sampler to start you on your journey. They also, because they're 25 bucks, make really cool gifts, you know, for Christmas presents. On the spine of this one, I did this is kind of just a cluster of coins, beads, jewelry, chains. It really did just look right with this awesome crown and heart fabric that we have going on. And this is the very last piece of it, and I'm a wee bit sad to see this one go, but goodness me, has it not been just total fun. Of course, the taster journal is a mini flow journal, so you've got all the elements that are usually in the Big Mama flow journals except for the creative cluster kits, which we do not include in these mini flow journals. You still have the 3x3 mini book. You have art trading cards to play with. You've got art trading circles to create upon, bookmarks, a wonderful assembly of papers, maps, cardstock. You've got vintage, and this is real vintage. This is not like a what do they call those things? Like a printable kit or anything like that. These are real vintage pieces. These are from 1958. I love these like waxy bags, and you can see that I put one of my coffee filters in here as well. You've got all kinds of imagery to work with. Again, another, I think this was 1878, this beautiful ledger paper. I love things like this. Anytime you see a paperclip on a page, this is a cluster. Now, it is curated, so you can instantly just kind of take the pieces and parts away from the cluster, use the background imagery, and create something special. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 things to work with right there on that page. To me, having something curated, especially if you're just a busy person and you have a lot to do, in the morning, you're trying to get your kids ready to go online to go to school, and you're trying to get yourself ready for your Zoom meeting. And a lot of times, our creativity is eaten up by the seconds that make up our day. And that's okay, because that's just kind of the way that life happens. And it's really fun to have a book like this, to be able to just pull out a couple elements, sit down with a glue stick, maybe some scissors, and just give yourself the opportunity to kind of focus your day, set your intentions. And a great way to do that, to just get focused and settled and ready for the day, is to do a small piece of art. This morning, my start art day, I knew that it was going to be very busy, and what I did was I sat and I made some chippies, and I took like 3 pages out of a book and actually just sat down and did chippies. And it really helps me get some peace, some anchoring, some gravity, the good kind of gravity, the kind that keeps you from shooting off everywhere and expending all your life energy in things that don't really make any difference. We've got a sweet bookmark here. These are very special because my mom cut these bookmarks for us, and then I punched the holes in them. Mom has started truly shopping for Kleenex boxes because she likes to send them to me because of all the beautiful patterns and that kind of thing. And, you know, they're kind of just the perfect weight, just the perfect thickness to play upon. I love this comic book. It was about horses. Today's cow pony is a cross between the Mustang and horses brought in from the East. He is usually the breed called the quarter horse. Beautiful Asian imagery here. Awesome pieces from a, I think this was a French dictionary. Look at all these images here. Isn't that gorgeous? And this is 1885 ledger. Again, you've got a cluster page here, so lots of items to work on. An old clipping from a newspaper. I wonder what year that is. I don't really know. Bird imagery. You know, you'll have things like fabric, chippies, cardstock, the Chopin Club of Westbrook. Lots of vintage text to play around with. These books are put together with, this is some hemp cording. This is just what I had on hand. And the book is really stable, you guys, but as you kind of flip through it, you might have to kind of, you know, kind of wiggle it around a little bit just because it is a hemp binding. And that's a very different, it's not very different, it's just a wee bit different from the embroidery floss that I typically use in my bindings. I love this fabric. We've used it before. It's a Balinese Life Swirl. Life swirls they're often found on Tree of Life. You know, you'll see the Tree of Life and you'll see all these swirls on it. I did put a mermaid charm on this one because she just seemed to fit, and that's how that happened. And also I found this super cool bead, which I thought kind of reflected the blues and the light blues and dark blues in the Balinese Life Swirl fabric here. So let's take a look and see what we have. The 3x3 mini books are so handy, you guys, because a lot of times, I mean, if you're like me, a big journal is just big. You know, it's just sometimes a little intimidating. I'm a person who likes to get things finished. And sometimes just a giant writing journal is just a little too much. You've got a 10-page mini book. And that's a great little jump-off space when you you consider that we are in the season of Thanksgiving. We're in the season of gratitude. We're in the season of appreciation. And all that culminates, of course, with Thanksgiving. But gratitude really is something that you can totally practice every single day and make it part of your intuitive process. My sister's had 3 really not good things happen to her in the past few weeks. And it's like, you know, she told me the other day, she said, well, I can either look at it like it's a bad thing, or I can look at it as it wasn't much worse, and it could have been much worse. One of the things that's happened to her is her husband hit a deer. You know, if you live in the South, you know how super common that is. But, you know, I mean, it was a buck, and it was a big buck. And now he's going to have his car repaired. But the thing was that, you know, it did not come through the windshield, which it really could have, and, you know, just led to a terrible catastrophe. And we were just, you know, very grateful. You know, you turn that bad thing into a good thing. It takes a... you know, and if you aren't accustomed to doing that, then, you know, you may just have to practice it for a little bit. And, you know, you practice turning the bad into something that does have merit. And I realize that 2020 has been one of those, you know, years that you you just wonder about what's going to happen next, and how things are happening, and are you going to be shut down, and are you going to eternally have to wear a mask? And then you think, well, you know, I mean, I'm sure that the shutdown has brought families closer together. I'm sure that the shutdown has made us reevaluate our priorities and where we are in life. And, you know, it's a big practice of gratitude if you are healthy and happy right now, because we don't have, you know, those typical distractions like going to the movies, or you know, going out to eat, or going on vacation. We don't have those things right now. So we're kind of focused on the self and focused on self-evaluation and what makes us happy. And I think that this has been a wonderful year to reestablish, refocus, rethink your priorities and what really matters to you, and how you can incorporate that into your daily life. Thanks guys for hanging out with me. I will get these, hopefully get the video uploaded and get these in the store today. They're $25. They're $8.40 to mail. Thanks y'all. See you soon. Bye.